Um, First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who taught us this truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. I just want to do a quick lesson on this. As you can see, it says 17 people go missing after job interviews on Indeed in Atlanta. All right. And these types of things are increasing, man. All right. So without further ado,
Y'all, there is a serial unaliver on Indeed, allegedly. This is crazy. So I just did some digging into this, and allegedly there is something going on where people are getting basically abducted, unalived in Atlanta after applying for this one particular position. Now, it's creepy because the position has been removed and it's only on there for a certain period of time. The person applies just like any other job, and they receive a text message to their phone. And this text message says like, hey, my name is so and so, we like to have you for an interview at this location. And it's like a personal phone number or text down number that's texting them. And people have met up with the person allegedly and were unalived, and they don't know who's behind this or what's behind this. This is scary, okay? Especially with this recession coming up, and us being in economic times where jobs are even harder to find and people are really, really, really looking for jobs. This is scary. So be on the lookout in Atlanta when you're applying for work, just because, like I said, I hear a lot of people are getting these weird texts. And if the text message or the email is not a business text or a business number, I should say business email, do not text it back. Do not go there. Do not meet them, because I don't know what is going on, but all I know is something creepy and sinister is going on. I don't know if this is a trafficking ring. Like, it's just so strange and creepy, but I do hear it's only in Atlanta, Georgia right now. The person who's doing this or behind this, it's not a legit job. It's a scam. And this person is trying to unalive people. Some of these employment scams are just to get your social and stuff like that. And, that's already horrific enough. But this right here is scary. So be careful. Make sure you don't put your personal identity information on there, because they're
I'm going to give you this designer bag if you can prove to me that you know your finances.
Well, let's do it.
How many subscriptions do you have?
doing a lot of weird stuff right now with people being so, needing the jobs, second jobs. People need work 3 jobs nowadays to be able to afford eggs. So yeah, just be careful, because I keep hearing there is an update on the missing people after going to a job interview that was posted on Indeed, or should I say a job application being put in from a hiring manager that posted the job on Indeed. Now there are a total of 17 missing people after, going to the same exact job interview. This is so disturbing. This happened in Atlanta, Georgia. All these people tend to be women or girls, young girls, teenagers, young women between the ages of 20, in their 20s, 27, 35. These are the names of everyone. Everyone's saying that this isn't real. This is real.
and real quick, why is this happening, man? Right? Well, this is Second Ezra chapter 8, and verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times," okay, we are living in the latter times. It says that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. This is why these things are happening, man. Okay? Because the pride that's on you women is through the roof, man. All right? The pride that is on you women is through the fucking roof, man. Okay? These things have to happen, man. All right? This is the only way that you women are going to be humbled. Okay? There is no other way, man. All right? I'll read it again. Second Ezra 8 and 50. It says, "For many great miseries." These are miseries, man. Okay? Here it is. You need a job, right? But if you go out and find a job, you may be unalived. You may be trafficked. You may be kidnapped, right? It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell, Salakia, shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, man. All right. This is where you where you women, I don't need no man, okay? Or I can do bad by myself. All right. This is why these things are happening, man.
Please be careful. Like I said, there are scams out there to, risk, your identity being stolen or anything like that. Just make sure that you're putting an application in with a legitimate company. Like I said, the 17 people that are missing are actually missing people. This isn't made up. And I'm not 100% sure what job this was for. It just was a listing or a posting, and it led to a virtual interview, or not a virtual interview, a link being sent to go to an interview. And the name of this person, the identity of the person that the job was linked back to would, get deleted and then put back up later. Like I said, when you do apply for a place, please make sure that you're not putting in your personal information or details, or going up to an address that is not real, or address that seems.
Have y'all heard about them people who apply for those jobs on Indeed, showed up to the interview, and went missing? If you haven't, you can go search it up and follow that story. But it kind of makes me think of this interview that my daughter literally just went on last week. So the job was supposed to be for DraftKings. And this is not to call out DraftKings or anything like that. I'm just telling a story of how it was presented to my daughter. So to start, my daughter had a phone interview with a woman who my daughter said the interview went very well with. The lady pretty much told her, "You're exactly what we're looking for." She was then invited for an in-person interview. She got an email that had the details of time, date, location, yada yada. When my daughter first got the email, she pulled up the address that they sent her, and my daughter came to me and she was like, "Mom, this place looks kind of janky, but I'm gonna go see what they're talking about." And I just want to insert that my daughter was unemployed for about a month, maybe more. So you know that feeling of like, I need a job. So she was just like, I'm gonna go see what they're talking about. So my daughter shows up to the interview, and as she suspects, the place is janky on the outside and janky on the inside. She basically described it as a place that does not look like a real place.
And this is no discernment, man. Okay? Why are you going to a place that don't even look right? You feel me? Like, it look fucked up on the outside and it's fucked up on the inside, man. Okay? Because you women are at ease, man. All right? Real quick, this is Isaiah 32 in verse 9. It says, "Rise up," right? "Come out of this comfortable state that you women are in, man." All right? It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters." Where is the voice of the Lord being spoken at? It's being spoken by the prophets, man. Okay? Those men that you see out on the streets teaching and preaching the scriptures, man. All right? Starting off with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and those men on down, man. That's where you find the voice of the Lord. All right? It says, ye careless daughters, man. Right? You have no fear. Okay? Here it is. This a place don't look right. It don't seem right, and you still go. All right? It says, "Ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech," man. All right? "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come," man. All these different perks that you women receive, you're not going to be receiving those things in the very near future, man. Okay? Here it is, you women, you don't want a man, right? You don't want to be under the authority of a man, so you want to do it your own way. And then you go out here, you try to find you a job, and you end up getting unalived or kidnapped. Okay? This is due to you not wanting to humble down and be up under the authority of a man. Either way, you're going to be up under the authority of a man. Okay? You're going to be up under the authority of your man, or you're going to be forced to be up under the authority of a man. Okay?
Of employment with like real employees in there. She said it was just like, it looked like kind of like a room, in like another little room, and she said there was nothing but men in the back. A guy comes from the back and greets her, and they had like a little bit of an exchange because apparently there was some confusion about the time she was supposed to be there. He ends up having to go to the back and tells her he'll be right back. But my daughter wasn't feeling the vibes from the moment she got there. And she said that he was kind of shifty, like just the vibes were off. In addition to there being nothing but men in this building. She said when he went to the back, she had a moment to think and left. She said she felt very uncomfortable, so I'm glad that she had enough discernment to get the hell up out of there. Now, this is not to say that that job was not a legitimate job, but I'm a type of person like if it looks like bullshit and feels like bullshit, it's probably some bullshit. And I pray for discernment, not only for myself, but for my children as well. So I'm glad that she had the discernment that she felt like she wasn't in a good situation. But it is so disheartening and so extremely sad that people who are unemployed, who are looking for real jobs, are falling into a trap because it looks good, it seems legit. They're showing up to these places to never be seen again.
And this is all of the Lord, man. All right. The scripture says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, man. All right. And we know that the wages of sin is death. Okay. So for you Negroes, Latinos, and you Native Americans out there, man, okay, who insist on breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, this is going to be your end. Okay, death. All right. To you women out there who insist on disrespecting your man, committing adultery on your man, being harlots, okay, jumping from man to man, this is going to be your end, man. All right. Hey, shalom.